Yeah, because I don't think. Okay, perfect.
Okay, so first I want to kind of keep the beginning a little bit interactive. You don't have to unmute yourself if you don't want to. You can even put in the chat. But first I want to know what your goals are. Like, what do you want to wake up as on December 31st, 2021? Like, what are your goals to push until the end of the month? Actually, the end of the year, sorry. First, I need to know this.
1-star diamond.
Okay. Anyone else?
I wrote in the chat that I wanted to be 1-star diamond by the end of the year. And I really want to like go into the first week of November being like reclaiming my diamond because I'm so close. So
Love it, ladies. These are awesome. Anybody
I
else?
wanna not like reclaim emerald, but have like full emerald or beyond that.
Yep. Anybody else? Jasmine?
I'd like to be 1-star diamond.
Okay, this is awesome, you guys. I love hearing this and I love hearing your goals. Put your hand up if you like 100% believe like no matter what you can do this. Or do you lack that belief? Okay.
sorry, can you repeat that question, Shauna?
I just asked, like, do you 100% believe that you can do this?
100% I believe I can do it. It's just I need to work on consistency.
Okay.
And being the coach that I know I can be, right?
Right. So I feel that a lot of us are somebody who dwells on the past. So if our business has been crap, we kind of sit there and we're like, well, I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start. I've been sitting back. I haven't been doing the things. And we just dwell on that and we don't move forward. That's where we need to make a change. We need to stop. Like, let's draw the line in the sand. Let's forget none of that happened. Today is your day one. Today is the day that you're going to decide, I want to hit my goals. I'm going to. You guys all said you believed you could do it. So let's just focus on the basics. For me, I was like struggling in my business like for the last couple months, being like, I can't recruit people. What's happening? Like, what's going on? I'm doing the things. I lost the joy. I lost the joy in running my bod groups. I lost the joy in getting excited about creating bod groups and doing the programs that I was doing. I wasn't getting excited about it anymore. And I had to really sit down and think like, what used to make me excited about my business? And that was literally running 21-day boot camps. And for me, like, I don't know why, it was always something that worked in my business, like showing my progress, showing people that it's working for me, showing it on my feed. And that's just something I personally needed to start doing in my business to get excited about again. So maybe that's something for you. Like when you started your journey, what got you excited? What got you excited about coaching? And sometimes you just have to sit down and think like, I need to get excited about my business again, because if I'm not excited, then people aren't going to join. They have to see the passion in you, right? So I want you guys to write in the chat, what are 3 things that you can do every single day, non-negotiable, until the end of the year? Business activity tracker, nutrition, workouts, post on my stories daily, bat, nutrition, water. Yep. Post on social media. That 21-day posting calendar, you guys, is so ideal if you're wanting to like figure out what to post every day on social media. If you want to share your journey, if you want to talk about coaching, there's literally captions that you can create and make it your own. So that should be helpful for you for posting on social media. I've been saying to my newer coaches, you have no excuse to say, I don't know what to post, because we have that calendar for you. So these are awesome. Okay, I want you to write those down on a notepad or put it literally on your phone screensaver. You're saying that this is non-negotiable, so I want you to write this down as if it's something that you want to do until the end of the year.
Also, I'm screen sharing this so that I can track with every single one of you.
Love it. Okay, so for me, I said to my Team Cup team, my non-negotiables, committing to a 21-day program, that's not hard. That is my non-negotiable. And I'm going to continue to do 21-day programs until the end of the year. That's not my number one. My number two, inviting. I was inviting all year, of course, but I wasn't doing the invites that got me to 9-star before. The more people you talk to, the more people you're going to get, right? So inviting, connections, doing my own personal journey. That's my 3 non-negotiables. So for me, like, I don't know why, but for so long I was like, why am I struggling? Why am I like not recruiting? Why am I not doing this? I wasn't committing to a program like I used to. I was so wishy-washy with my nutrition. I was so wishy-washy with sharing transformation photos. And no, it's not all about the physical, but people want to see what these programs are doing for you on a daily, not showing where you were 6 years ago to now. People don't relate to that. They want to see where you are right now. Another thing too is the reason why I posted our body bootcamp in our team page is so that we could do this together as a team. No, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I find when we're doing, community workouts together as a team and inviting to it, then that's where people are going to see the community aspect of what we're doing. Does that make sense? So if you guys are interested, make sure you request to join the group, because then we can do that together as a team. Another thing too is I wanted to talk to you guys about the Last Lap group. So in order to get into this group, you need to be Emerald and have Success Club locked in by October 31st. Hands up if you have any of those locked in yet.
Gotta think about that.
Sadie, you have what locked in?
I think that I am Emerald,
Yep.
but not for this one.
I need to reclaim mine, but
I'm
Okay.
honestly really confused about the ranking and
right? It's confusing at first.
So yeah, that's why we need to focus on one rank at a time, because once you hit Emerald, then that's where you'll have like a call with Star or whoever to kind of share with you your next step. So let's just focus on your next rank, which is Emerald. 2 people under you, that's
I have a
whether
question.
they are a working coach or a preferred customer.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I was watching the replay of Team Call today, and it said that I was on the board. Does that mean on the board for 4? Does that mean Success Club? Am I
So if you help one more person, whether they are going to sign up with a challenge pack or whether they're going to have a new Shakeology subscription, that will get you to Success Club.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you guys said, you shared with me your non-negotiables and what you're going to do. I want you to 10x that for the next 4 days. Because if you want to lock in Success Club and you want to lock in Emerald to be in this Last Lap group that we're pushing for, you guys, this group is going to be lit. Like there's people in from corporate, there's people in the top network that are going to be in this group sharing their top tips with us. We have a mix bike on the line that you can earn in this group. Also our team-wide diamond retreat that I kind of shared before, and you have until December to earn that. But those are just big incentives for you guys to push towards. I don't want it to be something that you're always just wanting the incentives. I want you to have a why behind it. If you don't have a why behind it and you're only pushing for the incentives or the trips or whatever it is, then you're always just going to fall back until there's something else to push for. So maybe I want to make sure that you have a why behind it, whether it doesn't have to be something huge, like whether you're pushing to save some money for, a pair of running shoes or a new workout outfit, or, maybe to start putting money aside, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but make sure you have a why behind it so that it pushes you in the morning or whenever you're doing your power hour. One more thing I wanted to chat with you guys about, and I'm trying to think what it was. Star had said that she was pushing with you guys for a retreat that she's going to do for you guys if you get to be a part of this Last Lap group. If you, lock in your Emerald, lock in your Success Club as a team, I find that it's the most exciting thing when we push together as a team. So last year was when our team saw massive success, and that's when I started my own team page, was last year. The Team Empower team page, I just started that. That's when I saw the community aspect of what our team had. That's when I started to believe in myself as a leader. That's when I started to feel the whole community. So when you guys push together as a team for these big goals, I feel like that's such an exciting part in this business, because you're not in this together, you're in the trenches together. So just make sure you take advantage of that, because not a lot of people have like teams of their own. Not a lot of people have, a mentor or an upline like Star that can help you. So really just lean into that. And also don't be afraid to share your struggles. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This business is always going to be something that I'm still asking questions about 5 years later. So don't be ashamed if you have questions or you feel confused. It's totally normal. But otherwise, I just want you guys to focus on the basics, the simple things, the 3 non-negotiables that you stated for yourself, because there's really nothing else that you should focus on other than your own fitness journey and sharing that with other people. What workout program are you doing? Do you have one that you're following? Are you following a nutrition plan? Put it in the chat.
Day 75 of 645. I definitely could use my stretch day today, so.
Love that program.
It's definitely like harder than the ones I've done. And I don't think I've even gone past, like, the longest program I've done is Transform 20. That's the longest
Good for you.
I've done. So it's definitely challenging, but and especially right after surgery. Like I was into it like 4 weeks after surgery.
Right. 6:45, 80-day obsession. I love that. Day 3 of MBF. Now, are you guys, okay, so another thing that the last thing I wanted to focus on was make sure you know what you're inviting to. Make sure you know, sharing with your followers and sharing with people that follow your journey, how they can join you. Like, do you have a start date of your next boot camp? Are you starting to talk about that? That's really important. Because when you're inviting people behind the scenes and they don't see you posting about it or sharing about it, how are they really going to know that you're excited about it, right? So make sure that you know what you're inviting to. I'm sure you know what I'm inviting to. 21-day boot camp. I've probably said it 5 times, starting November 8th. And I just keep talking about that so that people can see my excitement.
And Steph has been really good for that. Like, Steph, your stories and like you're always on top of it. And that's actually how Steph has found so much success in helping people enroll. Like, she signed up like probably two people in the first like week of October, because she's been consistently sharing for the last 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And
Over
she's
the week
going on. So if she can do it, like we all can do it, okay?
Thanks. I signed 2 people up over the weekend, so that was great.
Amazing.
And that's because you've been so consistent sharing on your stories, your workouts, and like everything in between, right? So that's why you found so much success, is because you're sharing consistently.
Yeah, Star. So basically, I just went over like their non-negotiables, their daily non-negotiables that they should be doing. And I just told them to keep it simple.
Yeah.
Because if you don't keep it simple, you're just going to get overwhelmed and you're not going to start anywhere. When you keep things simple and you focus on 3 things and you make those 3 things non-negotiable, that's where you're going to see the success. And I told them to 10x those for the next 4 days, because we only have, 4 days left of October to lock in those goals.
Yeah.
This is where you lean into the team though. This is where you're like, guys, I need a power hour. Guys, I need to do this. Like, just message your group, message your Team Cup team, whatever it is. Like, this team is in the trenches with you. Like, I love power hours. So if you ever like post in the team page, I'll hop on with you. There's one tonight. Just show up for the team, show up for yourself, and it'll all follow through for you.
And I want to like reiterate what Shauna said earlier. I'm actually reading, it's in the book that I'm reading now, but it's called Finding the Bright Spots, when you're trying to create that change that you want. So if you want to be consistent, find the bright spots. And for me, like, this whole year, it's been like, I've been reflecting on the coach that I was when I was 1-star diamond, and things like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not where I was when I was a 1-star coach, but life changes, right? So you have to find Like you have to be flexible and move with the season that you're in and find the bright spots that worked then. Like Shauna said, you know, she finds the things that she was doing when she was 9-star and she's doing them. She's keeping it simple and she's showing up as herself, right? So I just wanted to reiterate, like you can't really compare yourself to the coach that you were like 6 months ago unless you're looking for the bright spots in what brought you success.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't dwell on the past, you guys, because then you're just going to get yourself down. You're not going to hit your goals. Just focus on right here, right now. So,
we do have a team retreat, like for the ones that, like I kind of mentioned this to Sean a little bit. So for the Shauna's hosting a diamond retreat. So you guys have a chance at that too. And then also we will be having our own team retreat. So there's lots coming up. There's lots of trips that you guys can earn on your own, but there's also trips that you can earn through doing the work and just working your businesses. So never forget those trips, because that's what motivates me a lot of the times, is picturing myself on a beach drinking pina coladas. So
Summit was definitely a game changer. That's what made me like, Summit was definitely like a game changer. Like, I know it felt like you knew everyone just because like we like are on team call all the time, but that's what definitely like changed like my mindset. Basically.
100%. And now congrats on being like with 40,000 people. My first summit, I was like, you can't walk out of that event and not believe in yourself. Like it's just insane. And so that's what we need to hold on to, is those moments and those feelings, because when you actually get to experience it in person, you'll never be the same coach again. Like you just can't be after coming out of an event like that.
So Shauna, I have a question. How do you get like your new followers? Like, do you just like on suggested? Do you just like go onto someone else's followers and go from there?
Yeah, so I literally just, again, keep it simple. I go to people that follow me or my newest customers, and I go to people that like the recent posts. Follow.
Okay, and if you weren't following them before, they weren't following you, how do you?
What do you mean?
So like, how do you get like your new followers is what I'm asking.
Like, how do I get them to follow me back, do you mean?
Yeah, I guess you could say, yeah.
Okay, so I'll follow them, and then if they accept my follow request, like if they have like a closed account, I go and like connect on their page. Like I like 3 of their photos, comment on 1, move on to the next person. Like 3 of their photos, comment on 1, so that when they get that notification of like, oh, this girl's like liking all of my photos and commenting, they're more likely to check out your page and follow you back.
Yeah. And that's also why it's important to like continually be posting on your stories, because if you haven't posted in 6 months, they're like, oh, she's not even like active, why'd she follow me? But if you're consistently posting, sharing tips, adding value, they're gonna like, oh, like she's positive, maybe I need this in my life, right? So it's important to always show up as you. And it's also important to show like the transformations, what makes you. So if you play hockey, or if you're a teacher, or like whatever makes you, you need to be sharing those on your posts as well as in your stories, right?
Another thing, sorry, go ahead, Sadie.
Like Star, I know you kind of had talked to us before, like the same kind of thing about how you follow people and then comment on their posts, but like, do you ever feel like spammy when you do that, or like body?
I never feel spammy if it's coming from a true place. Like if I'm like, oh my gosh, this girl plays hockey too, I'm totally gonna like check her out. Then I don't feel fake. But if I'm like gonna go like someone who's into like, I don't know, like curling, that's gonna feel fake to me, because I'm like, I fucking hate curling. So I'm not gonna follow. Like, I'm not gonna, unless they have other things. But like you have to find that connection point that like allows you to bond and to build that relationship, build that trust. Because if you can find something like say you're like kind of like farming life, like if you can find other people, you can connect with them in a way that maybe Shauna can't, or maybe that I can't, right? So there are 8 billion people in the world, and there's lots of people for you to find. You just need to be like consistent in like making those connections. And that's why I said like find 30 people, connect with them over the month, and then follow up with them, next month, and keep doing that cycle, right? Like wash, rinse, repeat. That's what I find works best too.
Another thing I wanted to mention to you guys, so since preferred customer is something new and something that we're all like starting to learn more about, Star, I was going to send you, like, I have an email that I sent to all of my customers, just like explaining what PC is, to move, like if they ever wanted to change to a PC, so that they know they have that option. Do you guys know how to send emails to all of your customers in the coach office?
I
No,
don't
I'm
think
gonna
I've
be
showed
honest,
them that.
no.
No, I don't think I've showed them that yet.
Okay, I can share my screen really quick. One sec. It's actually really simple and it's so fast. I love it.
But yeah. Well,
But it's just like a great way, number one, to get to Emerald, and number two, to get your customers switched over to PC. Just give me a sec.
thanks.
I'll just share the email I have with Star, and then she can send it to you guys.
Yeah. But it's also like a great way to like connect with your clients on like often. I even have like my own email list, but it's important too to always follow up with. I mean, was it me and you, Sadie, that we're talking about this? Even if they like just checking in on them or sending them like an encouraging text or a message, checking and following up with them, because sometimes they won't reach out because they feel like they've fallen off track and they just feel like a bad client. But it's always good to just check in on them, encourage them, even if they don't want your help. Still follow up and like, hey girl, I'm thinking of you. Like, is there anything you need from me? Can I help you in any way? So that's another thing too.
Okay, so you log into your coach office, you go to tools and resources, email my contacts.
Oh, they really changed it up.
I know. And then,
Email your contacts.
yeah, it's, so I click Beachbody email. It's just like the email that you use to log in. And then you go to customers. You hit
Can you
select. Pardon?
can you show us how much you're gonna make on Thursday so that lights a fire into my asshole?
Sure.
I was like seeing how much he makes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do this. So yeah, she does it once in a while and I love it.
Go to select all.
And then it would send to all of them, correct?
Yep.
Like all your clients? Okay.
All your customers.
Sorry, yeah, that's what I meant to say.
And then you hit compose.
That's so many customers.
Holy.
5 years. Don't compare. And then you literally just like put your email here and hit send and put a
Love it.
subject. Be
And
like,
it's so easy, like instead of having like, I find this way easier than MailChimp. I still do send MailChimp out, but this is like way easier for specific, like just for my customers, because I have like random other people. But this makes it really simple to connect, even if you're just gonna say, hey, like, how's it going? Do you need, like, always just check in with them. And I try and do it like once a month.
where is it? One sec.
This is my favorite part. There's
It's
always
probably
links,
gonna be
yeah.
like, wow, what the heck?
It just shares the potential. Like whenever I see yours, Sean, I'm like, this just shares the potential. Like what in 1 week? What?
Shut
So-
the front door.
So there's
This is definitely one of your lower end ones, I think.
yes.
I remember you sharing one of a higher one. I remember that.
Yeah,
But,
like
like,
they're always gonna fluctuate.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
crazy to see the potential though. Like whenever I see yours or like Danielle showed me hers one time. I'm like, in 1 week,
mhm.
I can move my car in like 2 months. Like,
And another thing too, so this is just one payout, and then you also, like when you open a second business center, I get an income from that one as well. So
yeah,
it's like a whole new coach office. So
Yeah.
if you guys hit 2-star, you get to open another business center. So it's
Yeah.
not just this going into your account, it's another paycheck.
yeah, which is sweet, especially because you do this full time, right? So it's just
Yeah.
cool to see like the potential that we like. This could like be all of us, right? If we really wanted it to be, which always fires me up. But does anyone else have any questions for Shauna or anything that you need help with or anything while we have her here? No? Okay. Also, there's, I was talking to Haley about this. At 6:30, there is a little hangout session. We're going to be talking about preferred customers and coaches. So it's good to go to if you want some clarity on what they are. And then at 7:30, there's a team-wide power hour. If you are looking for the extra support, these are the places to be because one, you get to see the community, you get more involved, but then also you get like perspective. It's really cool to go to these power hours and see how different coaches run their businesses, because then you're like, oh my gosh, maybe this will work better for me, or maybe it won't, right? So, but also just knowing, like, as a coach, it's our job to know the ins and out of our business. So knowing the difference between a preferred customer and a coach is really important too for your customers, right? So if you're able to attend those, or if you need extra support, those are the places you want to be today.
Let's take a quick pick.
Okay.
Okay, ready? It's a boomerang, actually.
Okay. Boomerang.
Okay, 1, 2,
I'm at work.
3. Perfect.
I probably look like an idiot because I'm like really not supposed to be. Whatever. They can't see any of the medical stuff. It's fine. I look like an idiot. It's fine. Thanks, Shauna, for coming on and sharing with us. We really do want to be like, as a team, we want to hit that diamond retreat. I know Steph has that too. And then fingers crossed for NLC. I'm so pumped. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for talking with us. You guys know that you always have my support and Shauna's support, so never be afraid to reach out. And let's see those bats. Let's do it.
See you
Bye,
later,
ladies.
guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, Star.